Neapolitannapulitano. Italian, Napoletano, is the language of much of southern continental Italy, including the city of Naples. It is named not after the city, but after the Kingdom of Naples, which once covered most of this area and of which Naples was the capital. On October 14, 2008, a law by the Region of Campania stated that the Neapolitan language was to be protected. Neapolitan has had a significant influence on the intonation of Rioplatense Spanish, of the Buenos Aires region of Argentina, and the whole of Uruguay. Distribution: the Neapolitan dialects are distributed throughout most of continental southern Italy, historically united during the Kingdom of Naples and the Kingdom of the Two Sicilies, specifically southern Lazio, southern March, Abruzzo, Molise, Basilicata, Campania, northern and central Apulia, and northernmost Calabria. The dialects are part of a varied dialect continuum, so the varieties in southern Lazio, March, Abruzzo, Molise, Apulia, Lucania and Calabria can typically be recognizable as regional groups of dialects. In western Abruzzo and Lazio, the dialects give way to central Italian dialects such as Romanesco. In central Calabria and southern Apulia, the dialects give way to the Sicilian language. Largely due to massive southern Italian migration in the 20th century, there are also numbers of speakers in Italian diaspora communities in the United States, Canada, Australia, Brazil, Argentina and Venezuela. However, in the United States, traditional Neapolitan has had considerable contact with English, and is significantly different from contemporary Neapolitan spoken in Naples. English words are often used in place of Neapolitan words, especially among second-generation speakers. The following dialects constitute Neapolitan. Numbers refer to the map: Abruzzese and Southern Marchigiano, Ia. Southern Marchigiano. Ib. Terramano. Ic. Abruzzese Eastern Adriatico. Id. Western Abruzzese. 2. Northern, 4. Campanian, Iva. Southern Lazio. IVB. Naples dialect. IVC. Irpino. IVD. Cilentano. Is often considered part of the Sicilian language group. 3. Apulian, Ia. Dorno. Ib. Garganico. Liic. Barres. V. Lucanian and Northern Calabrian, VAR. Northwestern Lucanian. VB. Northeastern Lucanian. VC. Central Lucanian. VD. Southern Lucanian. The Leuchburg area. Archaic forms of Lucanian with Sardinian vocalism. It lies between Calabria and Basilicata. Ve. Northern Calabrian. With transitional dialects to south of Cosenza, where they give way to Sicilian group dialects. The southernmost regions of Italia most of Calabria and southern Apulia, as well as Sicilia are home to Sicilian rather than Neapolitan. Classification: Neapolitan is generally considered Italo-Dalmatian. There are notable differences among the various dialects, but they are all generally mutually intelligible. The language as a whole has often fallen victim to its status of language without prestige, even if it was commonly used in the court during the Kingdom of Naples of the House of Bourbon, as well as boasting a rich literary tradition, involving Giambattista Basile, Edoardo de Filippo and others. The Italian language and Neapolitan are of variable mutual comprehensibility, depending on factors both affective and linguistic. There are notable grammatical differences such as nouns in the neuter form and unique plural formation, and historical phonological developments that often obscure the cognacy of lexical items. Its evolution has been similar to that of Italian and other Romance languages from their roots in Vulgar Latin. It may reflect a pre-Latin Ascan influence in the pronunciation of the D sound as an A sound, but only when D is at the beginning of a word, or between two vowels, pronounced, and often spelled, as Roge/Rouge, Vida copyright, pronounced as Vera copyright, and often spelled so, same for Carda copyright/Cara copyright, and Madonna Maronna. Another purported Ascan influence is historical assimilation of the consonant cluster as, pronounced, ni, quano, etc., along with the development of as, cfr. Italian tamburo, also consistently reflected in spelling. Other effects of the Ascan substratum are postulated too, although substratum claims are highly controversial. In addition, the language was also affected by the Greek language. There have never been any successful attempts to standardize the language. Neapolitan has enjoyed a rich literary, musical and theatrical history. Thanks to this heritage and the musical work of Renato Carosone in the 1950s, Neapolitan is still in use in popular music, even gaining national popularity in the songs of Pino Daniel and the Nuova Compagnia di Canto Popolare. The language has no official status within Italy and is not taught in schools. The Università Federico II in Naples offers courses in Campanian dialectology at the Faculty of Sociology, whose actual aim is not teaching students to speak the language, but studying its history, usage, literature and social role. There are also ongoing legislative attempts at the national level to have it recognized as an official minority language of Italy. It is however a recognized ISO 639 Joint Advisory Committee language with the Language Code of NAP. For comparison, the Lord's Prayer is reproduced in the Neapolitan spoken in Naples and in a northern Calabrian dialect, in contrast with a variety of southern Calabrian, Italian and Latin. Alphabet and pronunciation. The Neapolitan alphabet, like the Italian alphabet, is almost the same as the English alphabet except that it consists of only 22 letters. It does not contain K, W, X, or Y even though these letters might be found in some foreign words. The pronunciation guidelines that follow are based on pronunciation of American English and these values may or may not be applicable to British English. All Romance languages are closely related. Although Neapolitan shares a high degree of its vocabulary with Italian, the official language of Italy, differences in pronunciation often make the connection unrecognizable to those without knowledge of Neapolitan. The most striking phonological difference is the Neapolitan weakening of unstressed vowels into schwa. However, it is also possible to speak Standard Italian with a Neapolitan accent. That is, by pronouncing unstressed vowels as schwa but by otherwise using only entirely standard words and grammatical forms. This is not Neapolitan proper, but a mere difference in Italian pronunciation. Therefore, while pronunciation presents the strongest barrier to comprehension, the grammar of Neapolitan is what sets it apart from Italian. In Neapolitan, for example, the gender and number of a word is expressed by a change in the accented vowel, whereas in Italian it is expressed by a change in the final vowel. These and other morpho-syntactic differences distinguish the Neapolitan language from the Italian language and the Neapolitan accent. Vowels equals. While there are only 5 graphic vowels in Neapolitan, phonemically, there are 7. The vowels E and O can be either closed, or open, and the pronunciation is different for the two. The grave accent is used to denote open vowels, and the acute accent is used to denote closed vowels. However, accent marks are not used in the actual spelling of words except when they occur on the final syllable of a word, such as totus squared, arriva, or pecca copyright, and when they appear here in other positions it is only to demonstrate where the stress, or accent, falls in some words. Consonants equals. Digraphs and trigraphs equals. The following clusters are always geminated vowel internally. Grammar. Definite articles equals. The Neapolitan definite articles are la, lo and li, but in reality these forms will probably only be found in older literature, of which there is much to be found. Modern Neapolitan uses, almost entirely, shortened forms of these articles which are, before a word beginning with a consonant. These definite articles are always pronounced distinctly. Before a word beginning with a vowel, la unregistered trademark or la unregistered trademark for both masculine and feminine. For both singular and plural. Although both forms can be found, the la unregistered trademark form is by far the most common. It is well to note that in Neapolitan the gender of a noun is not easily determined by the article, so other means must be used. In the case of a unregistered trademark o, which can be either masculine singular or neuter singular, when it is neuter the initial consonant of the noun is doubled. As an example, The name of a language in Neapolitan is always neuter, so if we see a Euro unregistered trademark O Napoletano we know it refers to the Neapolitan language, whereas a Euro unregistered trademark O Napoletano would refer to a Neapolitan man. Likewise, since a Euro unregistered trademark E can be either masculine plural or feminine plural, when it is feminine plural, the initial consonant of the noun is doubled. As an example, let's consider a Euro unregistered trademark lista which in Neapolitan is feminine singular for list. In the plural it becomes a Euro unregistered trademark e-list. There can also be problems with nouns whose singular form ends in e. Since plural nouns usually end in e whether masculine or feminine, the masculine plural is often formed by orthographically changing the spelling. As an example, let's consider the word Gaglian. More will be said about these orthographically changing nouns in the section on Neapolitan nouns. A couple of notes about consonant doubling. Doubling is a function of the article, and these same words may be seen in other contexts without the consonant doubled. More will be said about this in the section on consonant doubling. Doubling only occurs when the consonant is followed by a vowel. If it is followed by another consonant, such as in the word spagnolo, no doubling occurs. Indefinite articles equals, the Neapolitan indefinite articles, corresponding to the English a, or an, are presented in the following table. Verbal conjugation equals, in Neapolitan there are 4 finite modes, indicative, subjunctive, conditional and imperative, and 3 non-finite modes, infinitive, gerund and participle. Each mode has an active and a passive form. The only auxiliary verbs used in the active form is ava, which contrasts with Italian in which some verbs take esser for their auxiliary. For example we have doubled initial consonants equals, in Neapolitan, many times the initial consonant of a word is doubled. This is apparent both in written as well as spoken Neapolitan. All feminine plural nouns, when preceded by the feminine plural definite article, a Euro unregistered trademark e, or by any feminine plural adjective, will have the initial consonant doubled. All neuter singular nouns, when preceded by the neuter singular definite article, a Euro unregistered trademark o, or by a neuter singular adjective, will have the initial consonant doubled. In addition, other words also trigger this doubling. Below is a list of words which trigger the doubling of the initial consonant of the word which follows. Bear in mind, however, that when there is a pause after the trigger word, then the doubling does not occur. It is also well to note that no doubling occurs when the initial consonant is followed by another consonant. Words that trigger doubling equals, the conjunctions e and na copyright but not o, the prepositions a, pay, ku, the negation nu, short for none, the indefinite soon, cock, interrogative che and relative che but not car, accusa from the verb essere, so Euro unregistered trademark. ZAR registered trademark. A but not songo, cchia the numbeter, the neuter definite article a Euro unregistered trademark o, the neuter pronoun a Euro unregistered trademark o, demonstrative adjectives kisto and chulu which refer to neuter nouns in indefinite quantities but not indefinite quantities, the feminine plural definite article a Euro unregistered trademark e, the plural feminine pronoun a Euro unregistered trademark e, the plural masculine pronoun a Euro unregistered trademark e preceding a verb, but not a noun, the locative loco, from the verb sto Euro unregistered trademark, from the verb porta copyright fewer squared. Par the religious titles Padre and Madre, special case Spiritu Santo. See also Languages of Italy, Sicilian language, Calabrian languages. References. Additional sources, Iandolo, Carlo. A lingua Euro unregistered trademark e più la Sanella, di Mauro Franco, Italy. October 1, 2001. ISBN 978-8885263710, De Blasi, Nicola and Luigi Imperatore. Il Napoletano parlato e scritto. Com note di grammatica storica. Dante and Descartes, Italy. 2nd edition, July 1, 2001. ISBN 978-888142050. External links: Neapolitan recognized by UNESCO, online English Euro Neapolitan translation, Webster's Online Dictionary Neapolitana Euro English, interactive map of languages in Italy, Neapolitan online radio station, Neapolitan glossary on Wiktionary, Italian Neapolitan searchable online dictionary, Neapolitan basic lexicon at the Global Lexico statistical database, grammar primer and extensive vocabulary for the Neapolitan dialect of Tor del Greco, Neapolitan language and culture, prosodic detail and Neapolitan Italian. By Francesco Cangemi. Berlin, Language Science Press. 187 pp. Free download.